Well, everyone, welcome back to day 290? 298, I think. 298, 298. It was 297 yesterday, so this must be 298. How are we? I am pretty good, my friend. I am pretty good. Whoa, nice profile picture, my brother. Just looking at the comments. Respect, bro. Yes. Much respect to you too, my friend. Yeah, this is 298. Time does go fast. I've already completed the Monday. I woke up this morning like, fuck. I have to leave this warm bed with this beautiful woman next to me. I have to get up. I have to go to hell. I have to go be 100% energy all day. Take shit. Give shit back. Just doing everything, doing a bunch of stuff. I did overtime today, left at 5:20. I finished at 4:36, so, bit of overtime. But it was a pretty good day. It was pretty fast. You wake up and you're like, damn, I don't want to go. Well, not that I don't want to go. It's just that I don't want to leave. Leaving's the worst part. I don't want to leave this base. I'm comfortable. I'm warm. I'm safe. I have everything I ever want right in front of me, so why the hell am I getting up and going to make pennies, bro? Well, it's to invest in your future. So they say. And it's true. It is to invest in my future. You're right. You're very right. Invest in my future, I shall do. So, should I talk about my day? Go from A to B, A to Z? Do the run list, the checklist? Well, I woke up, win, sweet, I'm alive again, living, breathing. I got 4 limbs. I can, think. I can actually formulate thought and speak pretty cohesively. I can move. I can drive. I have somewhere to go to. I have a reason to get up that day, and that is to go to my job. Damn, went to my job. Shit, I left my fucking uniform at my house. I'm at my partner's house and left my damn uniform at my house. Bit late to work, unfortunately, because I had to go home and get my uniform. Whatever. Big whoop, cunt. Who cares? I'm 2 minutes late. Jesus, I was 2 hours late. I'd probably be fired, but 2 minutes late. Why would you be fired, Cody? Well, my friends, my job is not the most happy with me at the moment, and that's because I've had a lot of sick leave. A lot of sick leave because I'm actually fucking sick. As you guys know, 5 months ago, I think, I had a chest infection that developed into pretty bad bronchitis, I want to say. It wasn't pretty bad bronchitis, it was just bronchitis, but I was still going into work with the chest infection, which caused me to get bronchitis because I'd go in with a chest infection, I'd be outside for the first 2 hours of the shift in the rain because it was during winter, and I would not get better. I'd stay home for like 3 days, right? Plus the weekends, so that's like 5 days. I'd get better, I'd get a bit better, get a bit better, sweet. I can probably go to work. I go to work, I'm outside in the rain for 2 hours, and all of that progress is gone. I go to work the next day, outside in the rain for 2 hours. All of that progress is gone until finally I get fucking bronchitis, and I'm out for the count. Now that's where majority of the sick days went. And then the other ones are just, maybe one day there, one day here, coming off of, feeling just like absolute dog shit. And the most recent one is I had 3 days off because of food poisoning. And after that, they pulled me up and said, hey, this is your final warning, bro. You keep having time off, you're going to get your ass fired. That's the long story short. Anyway, 2 minutes late. Who cares? Who gives a fuck? No one says anything. And I start working. Do some pre-delivery stuff. I did just some brake fluid flushes and, I work at a dealer. They do pre-delivery stuff before the car gets given to the customer. It's pretty cool. You get to just take the car on test drive, whatever. Sweet. Awesome. Did that. And then at the end, I had to do some duties, some apprentice stuff. And now I'm here. I'm here at my house. I've eaten some food. I had some bacon and eggs. I know it's breakfast, but fuck you. I don't care if I eat breakfast right now. In the same way, I don't actually care what people think. I don't really care. I mean, sure, there's some specific people that I do really value their opinion. But the general populace, the one-off stranger who makes some random remark about me, I just don't give a fuck. For example, I was going. This is when I lost my license. I was taking public transport every day in winter, and it was fucking freezing. So I had this little woolen. It was like a wool half mask sort of thing. It like covered like here on me if I pulled it up because the wind was like piercing, dude. That shit like hurt. So this one random guy is drunk out of his mind or on something, because fucking public transport. He's like got a video camera. Oh, he's just on his phone, but he's on a video call. Sorry, with his friend, and he's just like making fun of people openly in this like little area at the bus replacement for the train, and then he turns it to me and starts laughing. He's like, "This guy's in a balaclava and all this shit," and it was just funny. Like this fucking absolute nonce is just doing this. Like he's just openly being the worst kind of human to people around us. There was a pretty disabled person there at that day, and it was making fun of him behind the guy's back. And it was a bit too far away for me to really do anything, and there was like some little weird fences that blocked us, but another day. Anyway, what the fuck was I even talking about? I don't know, dude. I don't know. I'm here. I'm living. I'm breathing. I'm doing a dance. 2 weeks time I go away. I'm on a little holiday. That's gonna be nice. I'm with my girlfriend. It's her birthday. I want to take her out. I want to treat her, and I really hope I do it well. I really hope that I can. Try and show her how much value she has through the time we spent together and the gift giving and the appreciation, because this woman is just fantastic, fellas. Oh my god, how do I even I can truly be myself, and that's really important. After you get judged by being yourself by people, it really opens your eyes to how valuable the people who you can be yourself around are, whatever. Like my friends, for example, my core group, we're legends. We just bounce off each other. It doesn't matter what happens, doesn't matter what you say, doesn't matter what you do necessarily. Just don't be, the worst kind of human being. We're all nice people though. That's the main part. Surround yourself with people you want to become or be, people like you, and who share your vision. You are the sum of the people you hang around the most. So if you hang around with a bunch of lazy fucking stoners who are doing nothing with their day, don't give a damn about fucking life, or actually becoming successful, you're going to turn into that. Hang around nice people who are generous, who, are very gracious, and are just generally, upstanding humans, then you should become one yourself. Now, this was most evident to me in high school because we had a large friend group, about 15 people. That was like the good friends, right? 15. It was more like 13, but we rounded up a bit to include the others that I wasn't necessarily super close with, but were still part of the group. And I can actually see myself going through two different paths. The path where I hang around with said stoners who don't give a fuck about school, don't give a fuck about their education, don't give a fuck about the score they get at the end. And the group of really smart people. One of them got the highest study score of the college. The other one was up in the 99s as well. Like really smart people who did care. And we're all together in this big friend group. It was great because there were so many different opinions, so many different people that you could, converse with and bounce ideas off and everything. But majority of the time, if not most of the time, lunchtimes and everything outside of school, I was hanging around with the stoners. And I ended up becoming one. I didn't give a fuck about school, man. I did not care. That was the attitude towards the end. I just didn't give a fuck. You know, I would try and put my head down. I'd try and potentially do some work, and you know, it just wouldn't work. Or I remember I have one pretty vivid memory of because I was doing year 12 math methods, and during year 11 math methods, that was when the big COVID lockdowns were happening for me. So I didn't give a fuck, to be honest. Like, I thought remote learning was bullshit. I didn't give a fuck about logging on to any classes. I didn't care about doing any of the work. And that fucked me for year 12 because, well, specifically for math methods, year 11 is all the building blocks for year 12. So since I just skipped through it and did the bare minimum, learning the stuff for the test, not actually learning it for me, for my brain, for the future, I forgot it all. Obviously, I did. In year 12, the first 2 weeks of year 12, where we did all the catch up of year 11 to get it back into our brains to continue, this foundation, or on top of this foundation, I actually had COVID. My sister had COVID for the first week, and the rules were that you couldn't, if someone in your family or house had it, you weren't allowed to leave as well. And then because I wasn't allowed to fucking get out of my house, I got COVID too. So that was another week off. And it fucked me, man. Fully fucked me. Anyway, there was a time in year 12 where I wanted to study. I wanted to properly study and do well in math methods so that my study score would be good. And because I just didn't know the shit, I was failing tests. I didn't know it. I would just write, I don't know this, because I didn't fucking care on one or two of them or something like that. And then I decided to turn it around and be like, I actually do care. Because I care, right? I care about my future. I care about what happens after this. I don't want to just be this stoner bum. So I went to these lunchtime catch-up classes, and most of them got bombarded with the people that I'd usually hang out with, my friends. They'd come in, they'd distract me, all this stuff, and I ended up just finding it worthless because I'm not doing it in there. I'm just wasting my lunch, not fucking doing it because these people coming in. So I gave up. And I just did that learning for the test stuff that I was doing in year 11. But all in all, that is just a story about how me choosing to hang out with the degenerates of the group, including myself. I'm a fucking degenerate, okay? We had the smart guys and the degenerates. And I chose to hang out with the degens, and I ended up becoming a degenerate myself. Whereas I believe if I hung out with those people that got, ducks of the college, who got 99 study score, they all got above 90, So if I hung out with them, I have a pretty high suspicion that I could have turned out like that as well. I'd still be in the same position I'm in now, but looking back on that sort of era, I wouldn't feel regret, So yeah, that's the end of this video, guys. I kind of got a shit bad, so I'm going to go out and do that, and I'm going to leave you guys here with this. You are the sum of the people you hang around. So hang around the people you want to become. Beef. Peace. Fuck.